just for my buddy Drew. He's Drew's View. He's gonna tell you just what to do. Gonna clap your hands, gonna stomp your feet, gonna get right up, gonna move your meat. He's my buddy Drew the View.
Hey everybody, how do you do? This is Drew the View. Thank you for tuning in today, wherever you're at. Today on the show, I want to start it off by saying congratulations, Tanner. My cousin's coming home. Everybody in my family, we're real proud of you. This show that we're doing, everybody, is inspired by my cousin. He's went through a difficult journey, and he's came back, and he's doing great. Today, I'm really excited for everybody that don't know Don. He's a local legend. Played baseball at OU. Mr. Don Powers is in the studio. What's up, Don?
What's going on, Drew?
Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you think aliens have landed on the earth and are among us?
Probably.
Do you believe in or have you ever seen a ghost?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen a ghost. I try not to think about stuff like that. I don't even want it to be in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because why do I want that to be there? You know what I'm saying? If something happens, I just say, "Oh, the wind's blowing harder now." You know what I'm saying?
Blew the fridge over, man.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. I don't know. Well, there was a reason for that shit.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't even think about shit like that. Man. I ain't even trying to entertain those thoughts. You know?
So, tell me a little bit, Don, about I think it's I didn't know this for a while, but you played on the OU baseball team. How was that experience? And tell me some of your funnest moments playing on the OU baseball team.
Oh, OU baseball, man, it was I definitely didn't take advantage of that opportunity probably like I should have. I don't know. I think at that point in my baseball life, I guess I was kind of, I guess you could say, burned out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd been at it for quite a while. I mean, because where I went to high school, it was pretty intense baseball-wise.
Right.
I mean, from the time I was probably 10 or 11 years old, I mean, I was playing 80, 90 game seasons in Little League. Man. You know what I mean? When I was probably 12.
That's like AAU or Summer League?
Well, it was just a league that my dad was actually the coach.
Yeah.
He was my baseball coach in Little League. And we would just play tournaments every weekend, though.
Wow.
You know, we played every weekend. And it wasn't like I was forced to do it. I loved it.
Right.
I wanted to play every weekend. You know what I mean? It was awesome. I was
point?
really good at it, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think anything that we do is like, I enjoy doing this. I'm good at it. At what point do you think your love for baseball kind of dissipated? Like you said, man, this is kind of like a job, or?
I'd probably say at Seminole.
Yeah.
Probably is when I started to just not really even want to do it anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just kind of felt like I was just doing it because I was pretty good at it still.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I started to kind of have some struggles too as far as like performance-wise. Like my pitching had kind of... There was a pitching coach there that I didn't really quite get along with, I guess you would say, you know, and they were trying to force me to do something a certain way, and you know, it didn't really work, and I don't know, I would get frustrated, and then, you know, then they made me run to practice for about 3 months straight. Which it was about 3.5 miles to the field from the dorms. So I'd run there and back to practice every day.
And you were the only one that had to do that.
Well, yeah, it was punishment for something I said at practice one day, which was probably not very smart.
What did you say at practice?
Basically, I was pitching, and at this point, this was our sophomore year. I was playing pretty well at this point. I probably had like almost a 1-point ERA, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I was probably throwing low 90s, you know, pretty consistently, getting a lot of strikeouts. You know, I was doing pretty well. But for some reason, the coach there, he had it in his mind that my mechanics weren't right. He wanted me to do something different, you know. I was reluctant, obviously. Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't be? If you're doing so, I was like, man, I'm doing pretty good. You know, I can understand maybe a tweak here and there, but they wanted me to totally change everything.
Yeah.
And so one day I was pitching in an inter squad, and I just struck out the side, you know, playing.
1, 2,
This is at
3,
Seminole
yeah.
State. These guys are pretty good players.
Yeah.
These guys have been drafted. These guys are. I'm pitching against my own teammates basically. So I just strike out the side, and the pitching coach this guy was an idiot. He just flips out. He's like, "Oh man, what the hell? I'm tired of seeing this shit, Powers. Blah blah blah." He's
Tired of
flipping
seeing
out.
what, Coach?
I said, "Coach, what are you tired of seeing me strike out the side or what?"
That's what you said.
That's what I said. Exact words.
Shit.
Fuck, dude. What do you want from me?
This is Drew the View on WWLX. We'll be right back with the man, the myth, the legend, Don Powers, right after this short break.
Today's temperature's gonna rise up over 100 degrees, so that's a Jerry Curl alert. That's right, Jerry Curl alert. If you have a Jerry Curl, stay in the house, or you'll end up with a permanent plastic helmet on your head forever.
Sunridge Apartments, where it got started, where they gangbang and sling hang and shoot people they heartless. Nah, they never dying, but they left they mamas crying. He said he had yayo for the low, that's what he get for lying. Ride my bike away from it down the street to 7-Eleven. You know that one, that's on Penn and 122nd. Dope boys riding high, YG's rolling with him. Had to give his OG5 to buy him a Swisher. Now he see dope boys in that slab, riding high in that cab as a girl with that ass. He like, damn, yo, you must move packs. He say, nah, I go to school, I can actually do math. Gold herringbone chain, bought the trill out. He had a 5.0 with the wheels out. He had a pearl handle pistol, bought the real out. Girls down for tricking, bald niggas from the Ville out. Then up pulls Northside Nancy. Had a burgundy Camry, oh my god, she fancy. Got it from a brother from up the street. He got caught in traffic moving a couple keys. 7-3, check 1 2 1 2. Oh baby, what you tryna do? 7-3, check 1 2 1 2. Oh baby, what you tryna do? 7-3, check 1 2 1 2. Oh baby, what you tryna do? 7-3, check 1 2 1 2. Oh baby, what you tryna do? It was just me and all my kinfolk, rolling slow, throwing gang signs out the window. Drive it slow, every corner we been Joe. This around the time my brother start smoking Indo. See me, I never smoke no weed, but all the pretty girls seem to like the smell on me. All my brother's homies like your broad hell on me. He say, nah, my brother cool, he won't tell on me. 1986 Buick Celebrity. It ain't had no pain, it ain't had no feet. Roll down the windows, you can hear the beat. You can hear us from a block away, or maybe 2 or 3. Treat every weekend like the Freaknik. The same places we would frequent. For a Northside kid, going out to the Soul Bowl was real big. It was like All-Star Weekend. 7-3, check 1 2 1 2. Oh baby, what you tryna do? 7-3, check 1 2 1 2. Oh baby, what you tryna do? 7-3, check 1 2 1 2. Oh baby, what you tryna do? 7-3, check 1 2 1 2. Oh baby, what you tryna do?
This is Drew the View, Drew the View, back from commercial break on WWLX. This song is a classic one, man. To me, that was L.T.Z. with 73120, The Good. We're about halfway through shooting the music video, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Back here with Don Powers in the studio. Don, if you would tell me, what do you think makes a good coach?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of it is obviously you have to respect, your players.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As individuals. But, I mean, it's respect's definitely a two-way street. You can't treat people like shit and like dirt and, expect to get something from them, I don't think. And I think you have to lead by example.
Yeah.
You know, I think is a big thing. You know, a lot of people don't do that these days. They say, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that," but
Right.
you know, you got to walk the walk.
One thing
that's a big part of it.
one thing I really enjoyed with my coaches throughout the years, and I really respect, is a lot of coaches. Whenever they tell you to do something, like if they're telling you to do condition or something, they'll do it as well. Like I respect whenever people get out there and work with you. A lot of coaches like just run.
That goes a long way, you
Right.
know.
Right.
They're not as much like a dictator that way.
Yeah.
If you're just sitting there barking like you're gonna run till I'm tired, and you're just like, oh, this is brutal.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of it too, I think, with coaching is about like raising kids to be better people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like through sport, I guess you would say. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And a lot of that, like I said, is by example. You have to live your life a certain way, I guess, if you want to be a coach,
Right.
Or be in that role,
Right.
I guess.
I think what's lost a lot of times is that exactly like, hey, our actual goal should be try to raise these young men or young women into good people as opposed to trying to win. But what happens, I think, is these coaches have so much pressure on them to win, for their livelihood or whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely true. So I mean, once you get to a certain level,
right?
I mean, I guess even probably at some high schools. I mean, if
Right.
you're not winning, they're probably going to try to find somebody who will.
Right, like you said, in high school there was a lot of pressure on on your team.
Yeah, I mean they pretty much ran that place like it was a college program. But I mean,
Yeah.
we were good though because of it. I mean, we were prepared. Which I think like the training that I got from baseball there and at Seminole. I mean, as bad as some of it was, I mean, there's no doubt that it definitely has helped me too in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get pushed, I guess even in the military or something, if you get pushed to your limits when you're doing anything like exercising or whatever.
Right.
If you get pushed to a point to where you have to go further than you
have before,
than you thought that you were possibly capable of.
Yep.
Like your mind made your body go when you didn't even think it was possible.
Yeah.
And you had to. Like I could have never done that ever if I didn't have somebody pushing me to that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I can say that they definitely did.
Yeah.
They pushed you to the point, to your breaking point, I guess you would say.
I want your take on this, Don. So the other day on YouTube, I was looking through, and I saw a video. The title for the video was Snoop Dogg admits Tupac and Biggie was an Illuminati sacrifice.
I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. Obviously. I haven't done any research or anything like that.
Yeah, you did think about it,
He was
man.
thoughtful about it.
I mean, well, because I have thoughts about shit like that, obviously. Yeah. I mean, the Illuminati, higher powers.
Right.
I mean, I think there is something along the lines of an Illuminati. I don't know if it is the Illuminati per se. I mean, I think that it basically comes down to people that, or have pretty much all the wealth or the power or whatever you want to call it. And I'm not talking about people that have a couple $1 million, whatever. I'm talking about the people that have, the real money.
Yeah.
The people that pay the politicians to pass the laws that do whatever they need done to get them more wealth or power.
Right.
The people that have the real money.
Right. We're going to go to break, guys. Thanks so much, Don, for stopping by. Kelley Mankiller is back on the other side of the break, guys. Don't miss it. He's a medical marijuana grower out of Colorado, and we're going to have him by and chat him up, man. Don, thanks so much for coming by, brother. This is Drew the View on WWLX in the morning. This is me and Paul's favorite part of the show. It's called freestyling, so here we go. I'ma rap fast and you can rap slow. Proudly grab the mic and here we go.
Drew is the host, he's talking about ghosts. If Don don't like it, we'll fix it in post. He likes his beers cold, he likes his girls hot, and sometimes he takes 20 shots.
Hanging out with Paul, pictures on the wall, the Wax Museum in the damn hall. I used to play ball, I don't like ghosts. triple up the shots when I'm in Steamboat.
I don't like those, but you know I see him. Drew the view, give me some per diem. Me and Don is freestyling. On Nickelodeon, they call it Wildin' with Nick Cannon. But I'm like Ed O'Bannon, eating salmon, and I'm like a phantom. Floating through the whole freaking night. Frankincense and myrrh, it'll get me tight. Knock on the door, Amazon, what? Amazon.com brought me a pup. I mean my dog, saw in the log. Freestyling on the whole fucking song.
Me and Drew's favorite part
of the show is called freestyling, so here we go. I'ma rap fast and I'ma rap slow. Don grab the mic and just flow.
Are you tired of playing guitar like this? When you'd rather be playing guitar like this? Come on down to Johnny Rocket's School of Rock Guitar. Johnny Rocket's got you covered, whether it's blues, smooth legato licks, or face-scorching metal riffs. Johnny Rocket's got you covered.
Dial 1-800-HOT-LICK for more information.
This is Drew the View on WWLX. We're here this wonderful Thursday afternoon, just enjoying the vibe. I have a very special guest in the studio this morning. He actually moved to Colorado, just got back from Belize. In Colorado, I'm not really sure how he got started doing this, but he's a medical marijuana grower. Kelley, please just tell me how you got started doing this and why you made the journey to Colorado and why you started doing it.
Originally from Cleveland, Ohio, great industrial city, the place of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes,
and there's a lot of smokers up there. So,
whenever you moved to Colorado, what is some of your favorite things there in Colorado?
I've got to say the music scene in Colorado is probably one of the best.
Yeah.
No, seriously, you can go. There's just a run there on the Strip where it's 3 or 4 theaters right next to one another.
Do you play a musical instrument?
No, just skin flute. That's about it.
We got a champion Philharmonic skin flutist. Give me your take on Mr. Donald Trump.
I don't think that he's a plant.
Right.
But I think that he definitely is. I think he's definitely showing the United States that, because I've never seen anyone, the people that are going to his rallies and supporting him, and they're saying that, what he says is right. I'm really shocked by all the women that say it. But because he says some really horrible things about women, and they get up there and they're, I'm like, going, are you nuts? Have you checked? You have a uterus, lady. It's like, why would you be saying this stuff? But what kills me is that he says all these things, and the people that I think he's pretty much showing the face of America, not all of America, but he's showing the face of what these people are thinking, and they're out there saying, yeah, he's speaking for us. I'm like, he's not speaking for everybody. He's speaking for you people that need to probably check your standards,
Were you a bad kid growing up?
Oh, I was a turd. I will not lie. I was a little shit.
What are some things you would do?
Me and my brother did not get along. We still don't get along that well. I put a rope around my brother's neck and pulled him behind my bicycle. So.
Oh my gosh, man! Is he younger than you? Your brother is?
He's a year or two younger than me. But
so how did that work?
I got him with the rope and I pulled him behind. It wasn't necessarily around his neck. I got him lassoed up really good around where his arm was stuck in there.
It wasn't necessarily around his neck.
It wasn't necessarily. It was basically.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, it wasn't a noose, but I got him pretty good.
So, did he immediately run inside and
He ended up pulling me off the bicycle, is what my dad said. And he pulled me off the bicycle and he punched me in the face.
Good for him.
And, I had it coming.
Yeah.
And then he pushed my face. There was a mud puddle that was right there next to our sidewalk. That I remember the mud puddle there being there because we used to play in it all the time.
Okay, so Muhammad Ali or Bruce Lee?
I'm gonna say probably Bruce Lee.
Yeah, nice choice. This show is about to be over quickly. I know that you really like death metal music and stuff like that. Like you're always like on Facebook, you're always posting like the hardest kind of music. Why do you think that is? Because I found that people that like with a calm demeanor, like a lot of my friends really like that kind of music, and I never got into myself.
Angry.
Right.
I think anger is the big thing that gets connected to that music. It's the same thing with rap.
Yep.
And the thing with rap, though, is that it was an expression. While I know nothing about rap other than what songs I've heard, I think just anything, people were trying to get out their aggression or whatever because they were being oppressed. And so the way I see it, and the same thing with heavy metal, there's, kids were feeling bad about who they were. And so they needed an outlet. Same thing with rap music.
Right.
People are just trying to express themselves, and they're wanting people to listen to what they're saying and, and to understand them. And then, there's some people that don't want to tune in to what the music is because they think, oh, this is crazy or whatever. But you listen to it, it gets all the bad energy out.
Right.
It gets the release. It gives you a flow. It gives you a channel to get rid of all the negative, and it lets you draw in and pull all the positive stuff.
So tell me, Kelley, how I know you and Paul have been friends for years. How did you guys meet each other?
Me and my friend Kevin were going to the comic book store. Paul came along, and this is back in the days of cassettes.
Yeah.
So
cassettes are coming back, I've heard, by the way.
Oh yeah. Actually,
There's a pile of them right there, man. They're coming back.
But he hopped in the back seat of the car, and I had a bag full of tapes, and he found my Steve Vai and Eric Johnson and Tony McAlpine and Extreme, and he found all these tapes, and he's like going, dude, you listen to this stuff? I was like, yeah. He's like, we need to hang out. And I was like, okay, cool. So after that, we actually...
Music brings people together.
Yes. So he and I started hanging out, and then I found out he did art, and then that also coupled with, my like of artwork and stuff. So it was like, we ended up becoming really good friends. And so it's just carried on since then.
Well, I'm glad to have Paul here, man. Thank you so much also, Kelley, for coming by. We really enjoy having you. Good luck to the Miracle Weed business. Look them up, miracleweed.com. We put something together here at the show. We all got together, and we're about to play you a tribute to my homeboy, the late, great Merle Haggard. Paulie, you got your guitar plugged in? You ready?
You got it.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee. We don't take our trips on LSD. We don't burn no draft cars down on Main Street. 'Cause we like living right and being free. We don't make a party out of loving. We like holding hands and bitching woo. We don't let our hair grow long and shaggy like the hippies out in San Francisco do. And I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee, a place where even squares can have a ball. We still wave a glory down in the courthouse. White lightning's still the biggest thrill of all. Leather boots are still in style for manly footwear. Beads and Roman sandals won't be seen. Football's still the roughest thing on campus, and the kids here still respect the college dean. And I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee, place where even squares can have a ball. We still wave on glory down at the courthouse. lightning's still the biggest thrill of all. White lightning's still the biggest thrill of all. In Muskogee, Oklahoma, USA.
You've been listening to Drew the View in the Morning on 109.9 WWLX FM. All interviews are copyrighted and cannot be redistributed or re-recorded in part or whole without written consent. Views of today's guests don't necessarily reflect the views of this station.